games, literally ever.
Certainly by his second option, but I have to address something real quick. Brou, the days Wilds gets an extra or mistimes his coffee, around this time of the show, he starts crashing and he gets punchy. And he gets, that's why he's like, we're a fun show, we're just messing around. If he doesn't time his caffeine intake in the morning properly, he screams at me in the morning meeting. And to where Hubs has to be like, all right, moving along. And if he doesn't time it right midday, then this time of day he gets.
They're like,
I
put up the Wilt Chamberlain
it,
footage.
but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Millennials are like, what's going on here? It's just like a series of pictures that Hubs is quickly moving in the camera. Like the horse galloping. What is that called? Anyway.
Flip books?
No, but I don't know what it is.
Stop motion?
Wonderful. Red Sox in Seattle, the Roman Empire. Bang, home run. Batting third.
Who used to bat third?
No comment. First home run in the big leagues. Red Sox shut out the Mariners 2-0.
They have been playing.
We won 5 in a row.
Baseball.
All of a sudden, we got the last wild card spot.
Yeah.
What's going on? I was going to rip the Red Sox management.
Well, by the way, Roman Anthony, he's been up a bit. What's he batting right now?
He batting a home run last time I checked on Weird and Wonderful.
He's batting 090.
He was at 083 before, so we're trending in the right direction. I didn't realize this. He's the youngest player that we've called up since
Rafael Devers.
Shed a tear, Rafael Devers. Weird. Oh, Jamaica, Guatemala. Back heel leads to a goal for Oscar Santis. Guatemala wins this one, 1-0 in CONCACAF. They play Panama next. Jamaica has Guadalupe next. Canada, Honduras tonight, late night on FS1. You're like, where's the sports? I'll tell you where the sports are. FS1, Canada, Honduras. And final wonderful. Thunder up 15 in the fourth. Obi Toppin with the miss. Neesmith with a stellar putback that fooled everybody. Game 6 is on Thursday. Brou, you kind of believe, but
Watch Chet.
Chet was shocked.
Chet gets, listen, Chet's played well. He's a good player. He gets bumped around a lot.
Even Mike Green's like, he does take a lot of hard
Nick can't get
balls.
over his build.
I can't. You know what, Brou? That is true. I just can't.
And I will say this. I've been saying I was expecting him to emerge eventually.
As their second best player, not anymore.
Right.
But that's
But
good.
maybe he'll be a legit big three and he'll be a star in his own right.
Being the tall guy of a big three is very valuable.
Because Jalen,
Just be the tall guy.
Just
be Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be the tall guy that plays some defense and gets some putback dunks.
Yeah.
Well,
Bosh is an
Kevin Durant was the tall guy of a big three. But
Robert
he was also
Parrish
the
was
best.
the tall guy.
Kevin Garnett.
Kevin
Garnett.
Did you say?
Yeah, Robert.
They all were pretty tall.
Parrish was taller. Being the tall guy, what do? I do tall guy stuff. I go vertical.
Okay. See, this is what I said.
Yeah, you're absolutely
We got
right.
to time the coffee better, man.
That's a weird and wonderful from the National Pastime. Ohtani back on the mound last night, 1 inning, 2 hits, an earned run. But overall, a positive outing since it was his first game action on the mound in about 660 days. He hit 98 consistently and also got over 100, Brou. Were you impressed with Ohtani's outing?
Look, in a vacuum, obviously it wasn't a great performance, but considering the context, he didn't go down to AAA to, like a lot of pitchers do. He hit 100, as you said. He himself said he was expecting to be mid-90s, at best. And he hit 100, got close another time. Like, I was very impressed. This is my question, because you wonder, should he just hit? Because last year, when all he did was hit, he had career highs in everything almost. Batting average,
one
home
MVP,
runs, stolen bases, 1 MVP. Obviously won 2 pitching and hitting, 2 MVPs. But the question is, the great thing about Ohtani is not just that he was a two-way starter. He was a two-way star.
So
right, can he get back to being, he was an elite pitcher.
Yeah. So that to me is, I want to be very clear because I think this is a little nuanced take.
Oh.
If Ohtani was just a hitter, I mean, he was the first ever 50-50 guy last year. He's a first ballot, even in baseball, Hall of Famer, no doubt, a legend. but he's not even definitively the best hitter right now.
Right.
Like right now, it's probably Judge. You know what I mean? If he was just
Yeah,
if
this
he
year
was just a
Judge is
right
easily
this year's Judge.
But yeah,
and if he were just like a position player, not a pitcher, some people would be like, you know what? I think Mookie Betts is the best player on the team.
I wouldn't be calling him the boat.
Right.
No question.
And so for the legend of him, which is not just legend because he did really do it, he needs to get back to pitching as well. Like that, as far as him becoming like a historic
maybe
sports
regarded as the
figure,
best player ever.
right? It's not going to be because he goes down as a better hitter than Barry Bonds.
Right.
It's going to be because he is a Hall of Fame caliber hitter and an awesome pitcher, like Babe Ruth in the beginning of Babe Ruth's time.
Because Babe stopped pitching
exactly
when he really started hitting all
and
those
so
balls.
like that's what I want to see. I really do. So even if Brou's right, even if he would be a slightly better hitter if he didn't pitch, I want him to pitch full time.
But I'm not sure. I'm interested. He has been on the record of saying that he likes doing both and that they might, add to each other.
But it's just weird
just
because
wonder-
last year they did.
But
How
healthy at
long-
both. I want to see them.
How long can he do both? And maybe much longer than we would expect, but that's...
Here's the other take, and I wanted to ask our special guest. We're going to have another special guest coming up later on in the show's history to talk about this. Is there a chance that this Tommy John surgery has unleashed some extra velocity? We've seen that in baseball history. You don't always go backwards. You could go forward. Like, oh, did you actually just get better? Yeah. We'll see. Is Brou sticking with Naptown for Game 6?
Flip-flopper. Who knows?
Why isn't it even a question? See, Nick's so glad I can't hold that over his head anymore.
What makes a carnival vacation fun? A little bit of everything for everyone. Like being this far above sea